It never starts with you. It starts with someone you were never going to stand up for anyway. And by the time it comes for you, there's no one left who will. This isn't a warning about something coming. It's already here right now, out in the open, on the record, and applauded. They are standing up in public and saying there should be a religious test for office, that one faith should run the country, that your neighbors born here, citizens, are the enemy because of how they pray. They aren't whispering it. They're campaigning on it. And the enemy they've chosen is a ghost. They say Islamic courts are about to take over your town. They are not. For most American Muslims, sharia means praying, fasting, giving to charity, and being good to your mother. That's the invasion you're told to fear. Lock your doors. But here's the part I need you to hear, because it is the whole thing. This was never really about Muslims. The religion is just the name on today's list. The real threat is a mindset, the belief that someone gets to stand at the door of this country and decide which Americans are real and which ones don't count. And that mindset has a resume. It told us Catholics couldn't be loyal, that they answered to a foreign pope. It drove the Mormons from state to state, and one governor signed an order saying they could be killed on sight. It built quotas to keep the Jews out. It wrote the Chinese out of the country by law. And within living memory, it put 120,000 people, most of them citizens, behind barbed wire on American soil for nothing but their ancestry. The target changes every generation, but the mindset never does. Different face, same machine. And the machine does not stop at one. It isn't asking your permission, it's asking your participation, and it's betting you'll give it, as long as the name on the list still isn't yours. So understand what's at stake, because it's everything. America is not blood. It is not soil. It is not one God. The only thing that makes a stranger 2,000 miles away your countryman is a piece of paper and a promise to keep it that is the entire glue. Pull that thread, decide the promise only covers the right kind of believer, and you don't have a wounded America. You have no America. Just real estate with a flag on it. The founders knew this in their bones. They had watched Europe burn over this exact fever for centuries. So they built a firewall and wrote it into the law itself. No religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office. No asterisk, no exception for when you're frightened. And Jefferson told us on purpose who it was for when Virginia tried to slip Jesus' name into its law of religious freedom. They voted it down so the protection would cover the Jew and the Gentile, the Christian and the Muslim, the Hindu and the non-believer of every kind. He named the Muslim. He named the Hindu. In the 1700s. They reached 300 years into the future, looked this exact moment in the eye, and left us the medicine. And here's the punchline: the same people who want religious law banned from government are passing laws to bolt the 10 Commandments to every classroom wall. Religious law posted by the government. And 9 of those 10 are also in Sharia, one God. Honor your parents, don't kill, don't steal, don't lie. They're crusading against a religious code while mandating 90% of the same one. They just don't like the accent it's written in. So here's where it lands. The threat was never the Muslim, or the Catholic, or the Jew. The threat is the person who thinks he gets to decide which of them is allowed to be your neighbor. Don't bother learning his name. He'll be replaced by mourning. The mindset is the enemy. It is old, it is patient, and it always comes back wearing a flag and calling itself patriotism. Founders already handed us the weapon to stop it. It asks one thing that we pick it up now, while the name on the list still isn't ours. Because that is the only time defending it cost us nothing. And it is the only time that counts.